Hi everyone, welcome to this special edition. I'm out here in the Peak District with my team to talk about everything headless. I'm here with the product team, the Amplience Product team. I'm going to interview some of the product owners and we're going to talk everything to do with headless. This is the first time we've actually got together since the COVID crisis. I have new team members, I've got guys that I've been working with a long time, and this is the first time we're going to come together. We're going to go and walk into the mountains, we're going to walk along the cliffs. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. So let's get to it.
My name's Nick Piper. My main role at Amplience is to torment Chris Corbett. Hi there, my name's Nick Piper and I'm lucky enough to lead the product team at Amplience. So one of the key advantages for our customers of going headless is the ability to be able to decouple the content from the presentation itself, which means you can create that content once and then use it across all of your different channels. But the key challenge that presents is how, as a business user creating that content, am I actually able to preview what it's going to look like in all of those different contexts. So that's something we've really focused hard on at Amplience in order to give business users the tools they need to be able to preview across all of their channels. One of the key challenges we see when our customers are moving, particularly from kind of the old approach of web CMS to a headless model. One of the reasons that they're moving is because they want to create that content once and be used across multiple channels. The difficulty is, in the old world, they used to have a kind of WYSIWYG editor that would allow them to edit that content and see exactly how it was going to show. That was possible because there was only one head, and the WYSIWYG editor could be built specifically to service that HTML. In headless, that doesn't work because your presentation is decoupled from that data. And one of the real key challenges is enabling business users to actually be able to see what they're producing and how it's going to appear across all of those channels during the authoring experience. Our content creators want to create the highest quality content to be able to engage their audiences. And so they need to know exactly what that's going to look like, whether it's going to be displayed on a mobile or a tablet or even in an in-store display. So that's one of the key challenges we've seen at Amplience and something we've kind of really tried to major on in terms of providing the best possible experience we can for content creators.
So I'm Chris, I'm a lead front-end engineer and architect at Amplience. Headless from a developer point of view means I can define my data structures, my schema once, and have the confidence that I can use that in all my different apps. And it doesn't matter what those apps are. There could be front-end apps, there could be native applications, it could be consumed by a command line interface. It doesn't matter what it is. And I know that there will be business tools that interpret that schema to give to business users. So I'm confident that the data that I'm getting is the type of data that I'm going to be able to use in my apps. One of the most important things about headless for me, one of the main advantages, is that I can think in terms of my data structures first. I can then use those data structures in different applications, and once those schemas are in place, I know that they can be content managed effectively.
Olly Secluna, and I'm a product owner at Amplience. I'm going to talk a little bit about why headless is a great technology for integration. Headless is great for integration because it gives you so much flexibility with the tools you can use. You can use any framework you want. You can pull in GraphQL. Headless is really great for the sort of Mac architecture where you've taken away having this sort of single layer with everything integrated into your monolith platform, and you can now integrate everything yourself into your own layer, probably whether that's kind of an API gateway or a GraphQL layer or something similar. That means as an integrator, you can really choose how you do that and choose the best of breed for all of the different platforms you want to integrate with.
I'm one of the product owners at Amplience, but before I was at Amplience, I worked for Shop Direct, who are otherwise known as the Very Group. I sort of have an interesting position whereby I know the retail side and the e-commerce side, but I'm now also on the product side, so I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the sort of differences between the two sides. At Shop Direct, I was in charge of the sort of front-end development team. My team would do all of the work on all the marketing content that went on the website. It's really an interesting insight into how teams have to be reasonably agile but planned. And one of the challenges we always had was, how do we get as much stuff out of the pipe as possible? Which sort of led me how I ended up at Amplience. So yeah, I moved across to Amplience about 4 years ago, just over 4 years ago. So at Shop Direct, I had 10, 12 developers, literally hand cranking code out day in, day out. There was always sort of enormous amount of pressure on the team, but rather than being able to focus on developing, like being actual developers and birthing themselves as developers, we were sort of hamstrung by the fact that we had to spend a lot of time managing the calendar. But if you want to be a developer, that's not really what you want to do. And sort of it led Shop Direct and me and my manager at the time to look at Amplience from a content management point of view, because we realised that hand cranking out content doesn't scale. It's also not very fulfilling for developers. Amplience is still agile. It's still that whole sort of doing lots of small iterative changes. But the cool bit about Amplience is how it allows you to manage the content.
Wow, that was pretty awesome. Thanks to the team for doing those interviews. They did them completely on the fly. I didn't give them any preparation at all. I just asked them to give their views on Headless, talk about their previous experience, and they did that all without any preparation at all, just completely on the fly. It was awesome. So thank you, Nick. Thank you, Olly. Thank you, Neil. And thanks, Chris. Thank you all for sharing your insights. If you like this video, please press the like button so this can spread to lots of others. If you like this kind of video and you like the fact that he interviewed my team and you'd like to see a lot more of these kind of videos, please put it in the comments and I'll get back to you and I'll do some more of them. But now it's time to say thank you, goodbye, and I'll see you next time.